Luna, how many times do I have to make this known? You know your position with me. You need to get out of here. I don't need an older sister who started a water business after graduating from high school. It's such a low-level thing to do. It's just a dirty, good-for-nothing job, and you're not welcome here. So leave. I don't want you having anything to do with me anymore.
I don't get why you're doing this, Ava. I'm the older sister who raised you and gave you everything you needed, and you just kick me out of your wedding? It seems like you've been brought up in the worst possible way. I'll have to take some responsibility for that as well. You've got such a terrible personality that I just can't handle it anymore. It makes me want to just give up on you.
Oh, would you shut up, you good-for-nothing sister? There's really no use in you trying to show someone else's personality. You'll not be involved in my life from now on. I'm getting married, and you serve no purpose to me anymore.
You're saying all this in such an arrogant way. I just don't get it. You're going to regret saying all these rude things to me.
You think I'm going to regret this? There's no way that'll happen. I'll cut you off and be extremely happy about it. To be honest, I didn't need for you to exist in the first place. I never needed you.
Ava, everything I did and what I sacrificed was all for you. You really think that you didn't need me?
Don't even ask me those sorts of questions. I'll never give you an answer. Don't you realize that it was your choice to raise me and start that water business of yours? You don't have any right in participating in my ceremony if I don't want you there. You're just a lowlife at the bottom of society. Just go home, Luna.
Fine, have it your way then. I'll leave you to it. I'll go home.
I'm cutting you off as of now. Don't bother coming near my wedding ceremony.
Fine, let's do this then. I'll go home as you wish, and I'll cut my ties with you too. Are you sure you want this to happen? You know, it's not too late to take back what you said, okay? You don't want to regret anything, right?
I've already made my decision, Luna. I'm not going to regret anything I've done or said to you.
Okay, that's fine. I was just asking. I guess I'll just be some stranger to you from now on and vice versa. I think I've taken good care of you up until this point in your life. Don't you agree?
It was just help that wasn't necessary. I didn't need your help then, and I don't need it now.
I guess this is where we part ways. Goodbye, dear sister.
Luna, how many times do I have to make this known? You know your position with me. You need to get out of here. I don't need an older sister who started a water business after graduating from high school. It's such a low-level thing to do. It's just a dirty, good-for-nothing job, and you're not welcome here. So leave. I don't want you having anything to do with me anymore.
I don't get why you're doing this, Ava. I'm the older sister who raised you and gave you everything you needed, and you just kick me out of your wedding? It seems like you've been brought up in the worst possible way. I'll have to take some responsibility for that as well. You've got such a terrible personality that I just can't handle it anymore. It makes me want to just give up on you.
Oh, would you shut up, you good-for-nothing sister? There's really no use in you trying to show someone else's personality. You'll not be involved in my life from now on. I'm getting married, and you serve no purpose to me anymore.
You're saying all this in such an arrogant way. I just don't get it. You're going to regret saying all these rude things to me.
You think I'm going to regret this? There's no way that'll happen. I'll cut you off and be extremely happy about it. To be honest, I didn't need for you to exist in the first place. I never needed you.
Ava, everything I did and what I sacrificed was all for you. You really think that you didn't need me?
Don't even ask me those sorts of questions. I'll never give you an answer. Don't you realize that it was your choice to raise me and start that water business of yours? You don't have any right in participating in my ceremony if I don't want you there. You're just a lowlife at the bottom of society. Just go home, Luna.
Fine, have it your way then. I'll leave you to it. I'll go home.
I'm cutting you off as of now. Don't bother coming near my wedding ceremony.
Fine, let's do this then. I'll go home as you wish, and I'll cut my ties with you too. Are you sure you want this to happen? You know, it's not too late to take back what you said, okay? You don't want to regret anything, right?
I've already made my decision, Luna. I'm not going to regret anything I've done or said to you.
Okay, that's fine. I was just asking. I guess I'll just be some stranger to you from now on and vice versa. I think I've taken good care of you up until this point in your life. Don't you agree?
It was just help that wasn't necessary. I didn't need your help then, and I don't need it now.
I guess this is where we part ways. Goodbye, dear sister. I thought that we'd become strangers to each other now. What are you doing calling me if you've wanted nothing to do with me?
What is this I hear about someone being a lifesaver from the groom's father? They're saying that you, my good-for-nothing sister, is a lifesaver? For what? You don't do anything.
I think I know what they're talking about. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've told you what's been going on, Ava. One time, James's father was in my store and he ended up collapsing on the floor. He wanted to say that I saved his life. I went to take a first aid course and it ended up coming in handy. His father needed to be resuscitated, so I performed CPR on him.
Huh? He collapsed? How did I not hear anything about this happening? James usually tells me everything, especially when it comes to his family.
That's what I just said to you, Ava. I didn't end up telling you what happened. I never told you every little detail about what I've done in my life. Even if I don't mention it to you, it shouldn't be that big of a concern, should it?
But that's something important that I should have been told to me about my fiancé and his family, right? Why wouldn't you tell me something like that when it's so important to know? When did all of this happen? I had no idea that of all people you were James's dad's lifesaver.
I guess so, but I was right in not telling you all the details. If I said something like that to him, it would feel like I'm over-exaggerating when I'm introducing myself to him. I didn't say anything about it because I thought that you wouldn't like me talking about it anyway. No matter what I do, you always complain, and I feel like I'm being patronized. So does that make sense why I didn't say anything until you just found out?
But isn't it just the same as hiding that type of information from me? What were you planning to do by going out of your way to hide something so important from your little sister?
I'm not saying I wasn't hiding it from you, because I kind of was. You complain about everything I do. You never try to understand what I'm saying to you. So this is what happens in the end, and you get so bitter about it. Even if I told you, I bet the same outcome would have happened.
You're completely wrong. No, it wouldn't have. This is all happening because you didn't tell me about James's father. So that I was able to marry James without any issues since you saved his dad's life?
Well, to put this in simple terms, yes, it's true. James's father has been using our store for a long time. He's a valuable customer for the business. They often used the business as a place to entertain, though. While he was there, he suddenly collapsed and needed CPR. Luckily, I just got my first aid qualification a few days before it happened.
Huh? You got training to do that? I had no idea you were doing additional things for your job.
Well, his father was very grateful that someone was there to revive him. He said that he would do something for me as I saved his life. I said to him that I was worried about my sister's future and what she was going to do with her life. I asked him if he knew anyone who is single and talented so that I can introduce him to you. Then he shocked me by introducing his own son out of all people.
Oh my god, and that's how I became James's fiance? Are you seriously kidding me? I mean, I was worried about the future, yes, and if I was going to be an unnecessary burden. But I had no idea that our introductions to each other were set up that way. Ugh, I can't believe it.
I'm not saying it was a setup, though, Ava. Wouldn't it have been better if you were introduced to each other properly and where it benefited both of you? Of course, encounters like that are hard to come by, but if you fell in love with each other and got married, then it would all work out for you. I don't think I have anything more to say on the matter. I already decided to cut ties with you, Ava, and I'm going to stick by what I said. But I think the polite thing to do would be to tell James's father what's going on between us so he doesn't get suspicious.
Wait, what? You've already told him about our arrangements? Why would you do that?
Why would I do that, Ava? Haven't you been listening to a word I've been saying? His parents are probably expecting me to attend the ceremony today if I didn't tell them what's going on. I even told him that I wouldn't help you out ever again, as that's what you wanted. He seemed a bit panicked, to be honest.
Look, don't worry about all those things that I said before. It's not a big deal, okay? Why don't you just get back here so you can check up on me? James will be wondering what's going on if you don't show up. If things continue the way they are, this wedding could get postponed, right? Or maybe even canceled? I don't want that to happen.
Oh, really? Is that what'll happen if things do go the way they're supposed to, Ava?
Luna, please. You're already sounding like someone I don't know. Don't reply like this. Are you being like this because of all the things I didn't mean to say before? Is that your problem?
It's not just because of the things you said to me, Ava. It's also because you said that you don't need me to help you or do anything for you. I'm tired of all the abuse that you keep throwing at me. It's driving me insane and I've had enough of it. Did you forget that you kicked me out of the wedding venue and also chased me out so that I wouldn't come back?
Yes, I did do that. But it was just a harmless action I did to drive you away. I didn't use that much force, did I? I couldn't think of any other ways to get you to leave the venue. You were too stubborn to move.
I can't believe that any sister of mine had to resort to violence to get what she wanted. It's unbelievable. I'm so disappointed in you and how you've turned out. My heart aches for what you grew up to be. I'm sorry that you turned out like this. This isn't how I wanted to raise you.
Please, I'm begging you, don't say anything more like that to James.
You're telling me to not say anything more in front of him?
Yes, there's so many that's been ruined, and it's all your fault. He told me that he couldn't understand why I treated you like I did and what I said to you. You don't think it's cruel that I treated you that way in front of my fiancé, do you?
Of course I do! You shouldn't treat family like you did. I guess he's going to figure out what kind of person you are now.
What? What are you talking about? What could he possibly do since I've kicked you out of my wedding ceremony?
First of all, I think James is a decent person, so he knows what you've done is wrong. Don't you think what he said was right, though? I'm the one who's raised you as our parents weren't here to look after us. You don't think you can just cut off your sister because you're marrying a rich man, can you? I think there's a lot of people who are attending your wedding ceremony that can't understand that.
That's not what I'm trying to say. Not at all. Why are you saying all this to me? I just want to be married to a nice man.
If that's not the case that you want to marry a rich man, then what are you talking about, Ava? I don't believe you for a second that you wanted to marry James just because he's a nice guy. You literally said earlier that you wanted to marry a rich guy. Now that the truth is floating about, the groom's family will cause a huge commotion without me even being there. That's what my expectations are of this wedding, but I guess it doesn't really matter to me now. I can't call you my little sister anymore. What you've done is too much to handle. I don't care about your wedding or anything about what happens for that matter.
Please, just wait a minute. You know that's not true. You cared about what happened before, even while I was saying all those things to you, but they weren't true, I swear.
If you cut ties with me, Ava, they won't allow you to get married to their son. You understand that, right?
Yes, so that's why you need to help me out here. Tell them that it was all just a misunderstanding. I'm starting to panic really bad here. I didn't realize that you held such an important part in me getting married, as you didn't tell me what you did for James's father. If I had known all those things, none of this would have happened. I wouldn't be in such a panic about what his family are going to do to me.
Why should I help you? I think sooner or later it would have turned out like this. You're only 22 years old, and thanks to me, you've gotten through college. You've got many chances to start your own life again in the future. This won't end everything. But I'm not helping you get there anymore. You need to do this by yourself. You know, be independent. Good luck.
No, please, wait a second, Luna. You're not abandoning me, are you? Not my big sister.
I'm not abandoning you. I just wish to cut ties from you after what you've said and done to me recently. I'm just a stranger to you, right? We've got no connection, okay?
No, you're wrong. You don't realize how important your relationship is to me. Please come back. I really need my big sister supporting me. Please, I am begging you. Won't you please listen to your cute little sister and come back to the wedding venue so I can get married? You can stand beside me at the altar and listen to our vows, and you can even catch the bouquet of flowers. Please take care when you get to the venue, as there are a lot of people hanging around.
Who are you? I don't have a little sister anymore.
What? Luna, what do you mean? Of course I'm your little sister. Don't leave me.
Don't you understand that I'm cutting you off? You constantly look down on me because of my water business. I was so frustrated and annoyed at you for that. I only did what I could to get you through school and for you to have a roof over your head. I started my own shop 2 years ago, and I started working independently, and that's what I'll focus on now.
Really? You started your own business? How come you never told me that?
Because you believed that I was a low-level person in society that earned hardly any money. Why would I tell you what I was doing when all you do was complain? You don't want others to think that you put people down based on their profession, do you? This is a good opportunity here to leave this conversation. Don't contact me ever again, and don't come near me. I'm just another stranger to you.
Sister, please. Don't do this to me. You can't just abandon your own flesh and blood. We're sisters, remember? I really didn't think that things would go this far. I'm really sorry. Please, come back, Luna.
Didn't I tell you earlier that you were going to regret doing what you did to me? I'm glad that I don't have anything to do with you. It's going to be so much more relaxing around here. You are honestly such a troublesome little girl. I just let you get away with too much. Good luck. I hope you're able to get married. I'm not there to help, but don't doubt your ability to do anything. I'm sure you can complain yourself out of your problems. By the way, I want the money back for the tuition fees I paid for and the money I put towards the wedding expenses. Please and thank you.
Are you kidding me? But I don't have that kind of money to give you right now. Please don't do this to me. I can't do life without you.
Good luck with the repayments. I expect them in due course. Don't try and create more trouble for others, my scumbag little sister. After all that, James broke down in front of Ava about how horribly she treated me. He called off the wedding not long after I left. James was also told beforehand to break off the engagement to her as well. It seems that she's completely lost her place in life and missed out on so many opportunities because of her bad attitude. I also asked Ava to pay back the entire amount for her school tuition and the money that she used to pay for the wedding ceremony. She didn't expect this to happen to her, and I was such a pushover. She really didn't think that she was going to regret saying those terrible things to me. It seems like she's completely lost her way and lost sight on what to do next. Honestly, she just needs to get a job and pay back what she owes me. It's the least she could do for me considering all the things I've done for her.